So now that we know how to hold the racket and also how to rotate our wrists, now we're going to learn how to set up our whole entire body for an overhead shot. All right, so the first step to setting our body is we're going to stand sideways, and my left shoulder is going to be facing my opponent. I'm going to pull my right shoulder back and elbow as well, like this. And then I'm going to point my index finger at the bird. This will give me both balance and also good alignment. And the rotation, how it's going to work, the mechanics is, if you can imagine, I have a string here and I'm pulling, and as I pull, it's going to drive my right shoulder up and towards the bird. So I'm going to go like this, pull, drive my right shoulder and out, particularly my elbow up like this, and then I'm going to contact the bird, follow through, and then pull right back and load up again like this. And you can see that my elbow cannot be seen. So this allows me to stay deceptive and not show my opponent anything about what my shot will be. And also by cocking my racket back like this, it gives me a lot of power. So again, it's like this. 1, 2, 3, and then load up back to 1. So now we know how to set up our upper body like this. 1, 2, 3. We also need to coordinate with our lower body now. So with the first position, 1, like this. As we drive our elbow up, you see how my hips are turning. So as my hips turn, my right ankle also will turn. So it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Notice how my feet are making an L. That's very important. That'll give me good, stable stance. So it allows me to stand sideways while being able to do this turning motion as well. So this is very important that we have this very smooth 1, 2, 3. So how we're going to practice this entire overhead setup is you're going to stand in front of a mirror and you're going to set yourself up at position 1. So 1, and then you're going to look out that you have no elbow here. If your elbow is sticking out like this, that's a no-no. So that tells the opponent what's going to happen. So you want to make sure there's no elbow, like this. 1, and then we're going to do 2, and then 3. So, and then rock right back. This whole motion we want to do at least 200 times per day for at least 1 week. And this allows our whole body to remember the whole motion. All right, so to help those of you who are having trouble combining all these different positions, one thing to really consider is this is really all a mimic of a throwing motion. So 1, 2, 3 is really just a throwing motion. And what you can do is practice with another person. With a bird, 1, 2, 3, say it as you throw the bird, 1, 2, 3, and do this maybe 10 or 20 times, just as a warm-up. And afterwards, then pick up your racket and then do the motion with the racket. I've found that many of my students have found this exercise, although it's very simple, to be quite effective, to just teach their body to think about the racket motion or the swing motion in comparison with throwing.